It's not very often you spend more than 3 decades in one job and in one kitchen, but for a Calgary chef at a well-known lunch spot, this marks his final day of cooking. Richard Thomas is handing down his apron at the Glenmore Inn, and staff, along with diners, are very proud of the legacy he's leaving behind. Tyson Fedor reports.
It's one last walk to the kitchen. Richard Thomas is passing the torch and closing the curtain on his culinary career.
I've been a part of this hotel from its lows all the way to its grand highs.
Known for its famous buffets, the Glenmore Inn and Conference Centre is a regular gathering place for many locals. Thomas began his culinary journey at SAIT in 1982. Whether it's a cup of coffee, a lunchtime buffet, or brunch on the weekends, diners were always in for a delight.
Richard runs a really tight ship, and I have a feeling that the fellow taking over will be just as good.
Corbin Angelo and his friends have been coming to the inn for years. Angelo first sat down for a meal 20 years ago and has built a strong bond with the outgoing chef.
One day I made a complaint that he had pearl onions in with the beets, and I just said it to the waitress. The next week he came out and said, "So what's your problem?" Well, I don't have a problem.
Perry Wilford has been at the hotel for 31 years. He says Thomas's passion in the kitchen does not go unnoticed.
When I got here, he'd already been here 2 years, so I've been with this guy longer than most marriages.
Wilford and Thomas say that his signature was his game meat dishes. They say it had the guests talking so much, Thomas had to get more creative.
We used to do wild game buffets. It started off innocently enough. You've got your bison, you've got your elk and things like that. Well, he got bored of that pretty quick, and our guests were looking to see what was next. So next safe bets were wild boar and then pheasant. Well, he ended up going to alligator and kangaroo and diamondback rattlesnake, and geez, we did the prairie oysters.
So the Wild West buffets were actually, for me, cooking pinnacle buffets.
Despite his love of food, Thomas says he already has plans for retirement.
For the first month, I'm going to sleep in.
Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Calgary.
Chef Thomas says although he's leaving the kitchen, he will still help out at the hotel for the big events like Mother's Day or Christmas brunch if they want him back.